Good evening, Dr. Roberts. I just did a video and went almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to try to do it faster this time. I am doing my finals on interpersonal communication, family conflicts. Conflict, by definition, a serious disagreement or argument. Today, I would like to talk about family conflict and the four types of family communication. Conflict can happen when family members have different views or beliefs that clash. Sometimes conflict can occur when people misunderstand each other and jump to the wrong conclusion. Issues of conflict that are not resolved peacefully can lead to arguments and resentment. Conflict is an inevitable part of interpersonal relationship. Let's go over these types of family communication and see how they function with conflict. So first off, we have consensual families. This type of family communication would be high in conversation and high in conformity. They encourage open communication and agreement. How would this type handle conflict? In these families, parents usually spend a lot of time explaining their decisions, values, and beliefs, and their children learn to value conversation and often adopt the family value system. Families of this nature try to avoid conflict as it threatens the hierarchy structure in which the parents make choices for the family. A good example of consensual family would be the 80s sitcom Full House. When conflict arises within the family, they want to talk about it and let the children have their say. But in the end, the parents will want the children to agree with their points of view. This can be very frustrating for the children. Their thoughts and ideas will ultimately get brushed off and not have a say in the end. How could they resolve some of these issues? Not just listen to the children, but also let them have a say in the decision making. That way, they're not always in the loser seat. They can be win-win. From time to time, depending on what it is, they feel like they are a part of the family and it structures them. Pluralistic families. Low in conformity and high in conversation. These members are encouraged to express different attitudes and points of view and to engage in open communication while being supportive of each other. Parents in these families tend to accept their children's attitudes and opinions and allow them to be equally participate in decision making. How would they handle this conflict with this family type? Even though there isn't a right or wrong family communication, I believe the pluralist families appear to have the best format. They deal directly with the conflict, seek to resolve the disputes in productive, mutually beneficial ways, open communication and low conformity, allow for everyone to be heard and have a great chance of their input to be used as the solution to the conflict. How can they handle some issues in their format? With low conformity and high in conversation, there could be some issues with resolving conflict. With everyone having a say, they might come to an agreement. The conflict might have been discussed, but with low conformity, there could still be conflict within their own heads and their minds and their thoughts that, it got brought up, but, this person's opinions really didn't matter. They get put through for the decision making. So there might be some resentment that stays with them through that time. But they're still to come with a halfway win-win where they can agree on something instead of it just being one or the other. Protective family. High in conformity and low in conversation, these families stress agreement and strive to avoid conflict with little communication. In a conflict atmosphere, when they would arise, protective parents expect children to be obedient. Parents make the ultimate decision and may or may not feel that they need to share their reasoning with the children of the decision they made. In this family format, the parents don't trust their children to make their own decisions. This kind of behavior can be harmful for mental growth, making decisions as adults and possibly getting bulldozed in relationships. Later on down the road when they get in a relationship, if they're already used to not having their voice be heard, that they will always be for the needs of their significant others, Whatever would you like, dear? It would be fine with me. Things like that. What could they do to resolve the issue? Open up conversation. Let the children make decisions so that they feel like they're part of the family. Even just listening to them can help develop communication skills and a sense of belonging. This can help them learn to resolve issues of their own as they develop into independent people. A French term meaning to let people do as they please. Laissez-faire family. This family format are low confirmation and low conversation. These families avoid interactions and communication and encourage privacy with a do what you want attitude. In a conflict, this communication pattern, in my own opinion, is probably the worst for a family type, especially for the children. With no guidance from the parents, conflict would be an everyday affair for the children. Without some authority structure from the parents, the children, I feel, would be doomed. Research published in 1989 by Diana Baumrind found that children of permissive parents tend to be more impulsive, disobedient, rebellious, and independent on adults. I myself have an example from my own personal experience to talk about from my first marriage. And maybe down the road, I'm getting a little close to time, but give the children structure and rules to follow, and don't be lenient nor too strict. Open the communication. So, in summary, interpersonal family conflict is something that we are all going to have to work through. It's inevitable. A quote from the text: conflict is a part of every interpersonal relationship between parents and children, brothers and sisters, friends, lovers, and coworkers. I thank you, and I look forward to seeing the results of my grade. Take care and have a great day.